Evening, y'all. How y'all doing? Thought I'd give you a little garden update, kind of midweek, a little quick one. Got most of my stuff out for planting my fall garden. Start that this week. Got my peppers harvested this past weekend. Lots of jalapenos and some Anaheims and a whole bunch of pepperoncinis. As you might have seen in my Instagram posts that I posted, I pickled a bunch of them. But just waiting over here on the last of the cantaloupe and the cushaw to finish ripening up. And then we're going to pull these out. Got a little cushaw plant right here with one little cushaw over there. Got one right here in one of my buckets that's just about ready to come out. This one over here I think is done. I don't even think there's a fruit on it. But here's my peppers. All seem to be doing real well. Looks like I got a banana pepper right down there, about ready to be harvested. Got an eggplant, looks like it's about ready to come off. And then my eggplant that I didn't think was going to produce at all has a little eggplant on it. So pretty happy and excited about that. Got some cantaloupe hiding over here. Another one back in there. Waiting on them to finish up. Should be pretty good. The beans are doing real well. Like I said before, I think I might have slightly overplanted. Either that or my trellises just aren't big enough. But I got Kentucky Wonder beans over there, Cobra beans on this side. I think they call them Kentucky Wonder beans because you wonder if you're ever going to get any beans. But they're finally starting to put on. Looks like maybe by not this coming weekend, but next weekend, I should have a pretty decent harvest of them. I do have some morning glories starting to sneak their way in. Got some sneaking in over here with my red Malabar spinach and my purple hulls. But my Malabar spinach all seems to be doing real well. Maddie's peppermint plant's doing great. These little pepper plants are doing real good since the tomatoes not in there. Looks like they might start putting on peppers here shortly. Got my first blossom on my little 8-ball zucchini that I planted to replace the other ones. My little jalapeno plants here, harvested the heck out of them this weekend. Did real good. Harvested some of my green onions. I just kind of clip them as I need them. Wife and I had a real nice kale and chard and Malabar spinach salad the other night. So clipped a little bit of my kale down there since it's still nice and small. My big purple basil there. My Swiss chard and my little acorn squash. Hopefully it'll keep going. It seems to be doing okay. Some more purple basil and some sweet basil. Both doing well. My carrots seem to be doing pretty good. Getting their sets of true leaves, whatnot. My okra seems to be doing real well. My late season okra. My cucumbers are putting on like crazy. Just made a dozen pints and 5 pint-and-a-half jars of bread and butter pickles this past weekend. Guess I probably should have videoed that, but I didn't. My 2 big transplanted okra are doing real well. As a matter of fact, come over here to this one. I got the starts of a couple little okra there. So I'm pretty excited about that. Looking down there to my yellow scalloped squash and other cucumbers. take you down there for a look. Okay, we're down here to the little yellow scallop squash, which I seem to have quite a few of them down in there. They're kind of hiding here and there, but got a whole bunch of them on that plant. A bunch of them just kind of hiding down in there. Cucumbers, like I said, I harvested them real good this past weekend to make pickles. They've already got a couple little ones on there, and as you can see by the little flecks of yellow, a whole bunch more blossoms. Bring you over here, take a look at Maddie's corn and her sweet basil. My mammoth basil, it's small, and another sweet basil. My unknown transplanted tomato. My little Tommy Toe cherry tomato with tomatoes all over the place. Looks like I got one starting to ripen up right there. My parents were here this past weekend, so I gave them about a dozen of them. I figured out that this little one here is another Tommy Toe. Sorry, it's always kind of windy here in eastern New Mexico. My little yellow grape tomato, looks like I got one back there that's just about ready. Seems to be doing real good. Got a whole bunch of little ones on there. My Somerset, they're getting pretty big down in here. All over the place on here. Set quite a few fruits. My Amish paste tomatoes, I noticed the other day I've got quite a few little tomatoes on there. So quite a few blossoms still. Don't know that I'll get a great harvest, but I'll get some out of it anyway. My Rutgers tomatoes are pretty well loaded up. I got a whole bunch of tomatoes on here. I'm looking forward to them. That one's starting to blush just a tiny bit. Got a bunch of them down in here. A little purple basil hiding down in there. This plant that I didn't think was going to produce for me at all, I noticed this past weekend that I have a little tomato there and a little bitty tomato right there. So I might actually get a couple. And this one seems to be doing real good, as you can tell. It's also pretty loaded with tomatoes. Oh, there we go. Signs of life right there. Looks like that one's going to come in the house. Oh, look at there. There's a couple more that might come in the house tomorrow. Good deal. I'm loving it. I love it when these tomatoes come about. Anyway, I was told by Maddie that I forgot to show y'all the chamomile and the chicory root over here in her bathtub garden. And I also forgot to show you the peppers, the habaneros. Hold on just a moment. Now over here to the Santa Fe's and the habaneros, as you can see, they're starting to die back, but they're just about finished. I got maybe a dozen peppers left on there. Got a little eggplant that looks like it's starting to turn brown, which is what I wanted it to do because I want the seeds. So I'm letting it go longer than I'm supposed to on purpose, just so I can have the seeds. Anyway, that's about it, y'all. I really do appreciate y'all watching. Thank you so much. Y'all, do me a favor. Hit that subscribe button and hit that like button. Tell me what you think of our beautiful little garden. Thank y'all. God bless y'all.